Attention, I'm Sergeant Slaughter from World Wrestling Entertainment. You're watching Class Act Sports. Don't touch that dial. And that's an order. Have I made myself clear? Good. Then don't make me come looking for you.
Class Act Sports is here with Class Act superstar Sergeant Slaughter. All you old school WWF fans, you know, I'm sure everyone's a big fan. Vic, I know your son is. You know, we're here with Sergeant Slaughter, giving back to the NFL alumni. Great cause. Talk about that.
Anytime the NFL alumni gives Sergeant Slaughter a call, I'm usually pretty much in the ball game. Not much of a golfer. I can put you in a cobra clutch and give you a body slam, but hitting that little white ball is not one of my expertise.
Well, speaking of which, though, I know you're looking the part as far as WWF goes, but you got the spikes to play golf. I think a little deception right there.
Take you a little help there. There's spikes on there, and I feel right at home, just in case we have to dig a foxhole or something.
Well, I actually saw a fox in the hole, so we might need you for that, Vic. You know, talk to Sergeant real quick.
Sergeant, 38 years of professional wrestling, man. What an amazing accomplishments in itself. How are you able to come out here today and still play golf, man?
Well, it's a positive attitude. It's pretty much, as they say, any day on the golf course is a better day at work. So the weather's great today, and we're blessed to be here and for a great cause, of course, and just to be with the NFL alumni and the other celebrities here. I'm very honored, especially speaking with you and being here. I had dinner with you last night, and great time, and your boys are big wrestling fan, and we're just happy that the WWE is out there where we know it is.
Well, absolutely. My son, you mentioned he's a big fan of wrestling right now. I know you mentioned that you're still a part of doing some matches. Yes. I mean, when do we look forward to seeing you in the ring again?
I never know when they're going to call me, but as the ambassador of the WWE, I just enjoy promoting the company, their superstars, and of course their pay-per-views and the televisions, and just to be a part of the WWE is just a great honor.
Last question that I have for you, you know, being in the sport for 38 years, I mean, what's some of the young up-and-coming wrestlers that you like to watch fight right now?
Well, I always saw this couple little kids hanging around the locker rooms. One's name was Dwayne, and he ended up being The Rock. And we used to fool around with him in the ring, and look where he is today. And Randy Orton, his father was in my era, and he would come around and just loved to get in the ring. And those are a couple of guys that have really blossomed. And there's a couple of new kids that I found, Dolph Ziggler, who was on a independent show with me one time, and I said, you know, are you thinking serious about being a professional wrestler? He says, yeah. And I said, well, anytime you want to get started. He said, well, I can't right now. I said, why not? He says, my mom won't let me. I said, your mom won't let you? He said, no, I'm only 15 years old. I said, I thought you were about 21. So yeah, I said, well, you get out of school and get your diploma. Look this up. So he did, and he's blossomed really well. And I discovered a few of the guys out there. The Undertaker, Mark Calloway was one of my discoveries, and just glad to see that those guys are doing so well.
Well, talk about the inspiration for Sergeant Slaughter. I know you were in the Marines for many years. You know, touch on that.
Well, when I got out of the Marine Corps, I was working for my father, and I went to invited to a pro wrestling training camp where I lived, and a friend of mine was a sports writer and was doing a story on it, and I ended up getting in the ring, and a couple of the guys that were being trained, I wrestled in high school. And so after they put these holes on me left and right and kept making me say Uncle Sam a few times, I said, can I defend myself? And the trainer said, what do you mean defend yourself? I said, well, I'm letting you put these holes on me. He said, oh, we are? He said, get down on all fours, and I heard him yell out the name Rick. And that was Rick Flair. As we know, his name is Ric Flair now. And I used to beat him all the time in high school. So when I heard that name, I was blessed. And Rick tried to get out of it because he had an injury, but I ended up pinning him. And the coach and I ended up going around and around. And as they say, the mud, the blood, and the beer, here I am. And just blessed to be here. And just at the right place at the right time.
Absolutely. Well, it's great to be here with you. A true class act. You heard it here, folks. Sergeant Slaughter signing out from Class Act Sports. It's a wrap.
WWE, #1. Always has been, always will be.